In the dark corners of the Marvel multiverse, there are worlds that even the bravest heroes fear to visit. Worlds where hope has died, where heroes have fallen, and where the dead still walk. Among these cursed universes lies one of the most horrifying, the Marvel Zombies reality. In this world, the infection spared no one, not even Earth's mightiest heroes or the most powerful sorcerers. And among the most terrifying survivors of that undead plague are zombie Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch consumed by hunger, and zombie Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme turned into a decaying master of dark magic. Both of these characters represent the nightmare version of the Marvel Universe. Wanda, who once reshaped reality out of grief, now destroys worlds out of instinct. Strange, once the guardian of mystical balance, now wields necromantic power as an undead sorcerer. So, what happens when two of Marvel's most powerful magic users, both turned into monsters, face each other? Who would win this battle of death and dark sorcery? And who is truly stronger in the Marvel Zombies universe? Let's dive deep into the powers, strengths, weaknesses, and the ultimate result of this terrifying clash. The terrifying power of Zombie Wanda? Zombie Wanda Maximoff, also known as the Zombie Scarlet Witch, is one of the most feared beings in the Marvel Zombies timeline. Even after being infected, Wanda's chaotic magic remained intact, but her morality, her emotions, and her sense of control completely disappeared. In life, Scarlet Witch could manipulate reality, bend space and time, and summon pure chaos energy from her emotions. In death, those same powers became even more dangerous because now she had no limits, no restraint, and no reason to hold back. Zombie Wanda is an unstoppable predator. Her hunger drives her to use chaos magic to crush, warp, and vaporize anyone who stands in her way. In Marvel's What If? And Marvel Zombies, she was shown destroying entire squads of heroes. She killed and consumed the most powerful Avengers, including some with cosmic-level power. Her powers include reality warping. She can alter her surroundings, reshape structures, and twist physical laws. Telekinesis. She can throw massive debris or enemies with a wave of her hand. Energy projection. She fires chaos blasts capable of disintegrating even armored foes. Mind manipulation. Though decayed, she retains partial control over psychic magic. Zombie Wanda's greatest advantage is that she retains her magical instinct. Even as a zombie, she reacts to attacks with precision. Her chaos magic acts like a reflex, defending her automatically. Her undead body doesn't feel pain, and her hunger makes her relentless. However, her weaknesses are just as severe. Her decaying body reduces her endurance, and without human intelligence or strategic thinking, her attacks are pure rage. Her magic is powerful but uncontrolled, burning everything around her. In short, Zombie Wanda is a walking apocalypse, unstoppable but not invincible. The unholy power of Zombie Strange? Now let's turn to her opponent, Zombie Doctor Strange, or as some fans call him, Dead Strange. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we got a glimpse of what happens when Strange uses dark necromantic magic to control his own corpse. But in the Marvel Zombies universe, the infection spreads directly to him, transforming him into an undead sorcerer who retains a twisted version of his magical prowess. Before the infection, Doctor Strange was one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse. His command over mystical energy allowed him to manipulate time, open portals between worlds, and defend reality itself. As a zombie, those powers remain, but they are corrupted. Zombie Strange wields death magic, a combination of his sorcery and the necrotic energy coursing through his undead form. His main powers include necromantic control. He can summon and command the dead, including spectral beings and lost souls. Dark magic constructs. He creates demonic shapes, shadow tentacles, and corrupted versions of his classic shields. Teleportation and dimensional travel. Even in death, he retains the ability to move between dimensions using corrupted sling rings. Souls of the Damned. Similar to the Dead Strange scene in Multiverse of Madness, Zombie Strange can summon dark spirits that attack his enemies like a living storm. Energy absorption. Some versions of Zombie Strange are shown consuming magical energy from others to sustain their decaying form. But Zombie Strange's biggest advantage is his intelligence. Unlike Wanda, he retains fragments of his human mind. His infection corrupted him, but it didn't erase his mastery of magic. He still understands spells, sigils, and strategy. That makes him not just a monster, but a tactical monster, an undead sorcerer with thousands of years of magical knowledge still in his decaying brain. However, he too has weaknesses. His body is fragile, his soul is corrupted, and every time he channels high-level spells, he risks tearing himself apart. His arrogance and hunger can also make him reckless, especially against opponents who wield chaotic magic. When the two collide. Now imagine this battle, a desolate wasteland under a crimson sky, the air filled with the energy of decay. On one side, zombie Wanda floats, her eyes glowing with chaotic fire. On the other, Zombie Strange levitates, surrounded by a storm of black spirits whispering in tongues of the damned. The fight begins with Wanda unleashing a massive chaos wave, distorting the ground and tearing through everything nearby. Strange quickly conjures a shield of shadow energy, barely holding it against her power. Her attacks are raw and unpredictable, blasts of crimson light, telekinetic waves, and reality distortions crashing into him like tsunamis. But Strange counters with precision. He opens portals to redirect her attacks, summons undead minions from the ground, and traps her within circles of necromantic energy. His spells are cold, methodical, and efficient. He uses his knowledge to outthink her rage. Wanda, enraged and hungry, destroys his minions in seconds. Her chaos energy corrupts even the magic around them. She shatters one of his dimensional shields and sends him crashing through a twisted reality rift. But Strange, even as a corpse, is cunning. He absorbs the souls of his own fallen constructs, using their energy to strengthen himself. At one point, their powers collide head-on, chaos magic versus necromantic magic. The sky tears open, revealing nothing but red lightning and screaming souls. Each tries to consume the other's energy, but Strange's technique gives him the upper hand. He channels the very essence of death, using his dark sorcery to contain Wanda's chaos within a necrotic spell circle. However, Wanda's raw power begins to overwhelm logic itself. Her chaos magic breaks rules, even death's rules. She explodes in a storm of red energy, destroying Strange's barriers and consuming half the battlefield. Strange is thrown back but uses his shadow cloak of the damned to recover. Both are heavily damaged, their decayed bodies barely holding together. This battle could last for hours, even days, with reality itself bending under their powers. Final result. So, who would win, Zombie Wanda or Zombie Strange? Zombie Wanda is raw power incarnate. Her chaos magic is limitless, and her undead state removes all moral restraint. She fights with pure instinct and devastation. Against most opponents, she would win through sheer destruction alone. But Zombie Strange is a strategist. Even in his undead state, he retains his sorcerer's mind. He knows how to manipulate magic, redirect attacks, and use his opponent's power against them. His versatility gives him an edge that Wanda's chaos lacks. If this were a battle of raw strength, Zombie Wanda would take it. But if this is a battle of power, control, and endurance, Zombie Strange ultimately wins. He has more tools, greater tactical intelligence, and the ability to channel death itself. In the end, Zombie Strange would outlast and outthink Zombie Wanda, binding her chaotic energy within a necromantic seal or absorbing it to strengthen himself. It wouldn't be an easy victory, both would destroy everything around them, but Strange's discipline would triumph over Wanda's hunger. Therefore, the verdict is clear. Zombie Strange is stronger, smarter, and the ultimate survivor of the undead multiverse. While Zombie Wanda burns like a chaotic storm, Zombie Strange endures like death itself, patient, unyielding, and eternal. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.